See some new faces, familiar faces, or some familiar icons. Yeah, it's Wednesday, March 9th. And yeah, I wanted to. Great, cool. On the agenda, I see somebody was putting some East Denver recap content stuff onto the agenda. If you have any agenda topics, feel free to go into the Notion, which I put in the communications channel, and add them in there. And otherwise, we'll just start with intentions and distractions. So yeah, my intentions for the call are to go through the board and to just address any agenda topics. Also welcome the new contributors who are coming in, Ellie and Pierce and Jax. I think it might be your first call, so it's like make sure everybody is feeling oriented, and then also maybe has some tasks to take away. And yeah, I'm only distracted by this delicious tamal, which is next to me. And I'll pass it to Ahmad.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lauren. Yeah, my intentions are just to follow up on any pending tasks that we have, also to talk about the upcoming newsletter that we're planning for the end of the month, and just to see how it can help everybody that's new here get more involved with what we're doing. And distractions, I don't really have any. Let me pass it to Shuga.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Thanks, Ahmad. My intentions are to, check out what's happening on the board and see how else I can contribute. And also my intentions are to apologize to Jahan for not yet syncing. And my distractions are, it's dinner time, and I'll pass to Jahan.
Thank you, Shuga. Hi, everyone. My intention for this call is to just catch up and see where I can contribute. And my distraction is that my internet connection isn't stable. So yeah, and I'll pass it to Sim.
Thanks, Jahanzad. Okay, my intentions are also to catch up and to find out if I can get a bit of more feedback from a document. I don't know if Ash is here, but I shared a document on some of the channels and our numbers and how we could possibly grow them, and it would be good to see if it's something that's been done before or how we'd be able to work on that, because that could probably have a lot of people's contributions and it would work out a lot better than me just working on it. And distractions, nothing except just wanting to catch up, so wanting to get back in the loop. And I will pass to Giant Kin.
Just getting in here. First time in this meeting, and I only have a few minutes. My distraction will be in about 10 minutes. I gotta head out. Next call.
Thanks for joining, Jankin. Let's pass it to Ashley.
Hey everybody, my intentions for the call, just to kind of check in, see if there's any outstanding issues that I need to put attention to before vacation. And my distraction is that I'm setting up the OBS recording right now. And Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay,
it's already
cool.
live.
Yay! Yes, yay! You guys are up.
Awesome.
And now I can't see who's already gone. How about Elizard?
Hi everyone, my intentions are to meet everyone and get involved, check out what's happening, see what tasks I can help with, and detect in general the needs of the comms team. And distractions, just my cat wandering around on my apartment. It's his first day here, so he's knowing. And I'll pass it to who's next? Who's missing?
How about we pass it to? Oh yeah, of course.
Hi everyone. My distractions are some construction noise going on in my environment. And yeah, my intentions are just to participate on this call and also see if anyone from the comms team is also curious or interested in conflict resolution and participating in that working group. Let's see. Arctic 1 Uno, have you gone?
Yeah, I have not. I'm Jack. Yeah, it's my first comms call. But yeah, my intention is just to get better integrated with the team, see where I can contribute. And my distraction, the only distraction be I don't have the best internet connection right now.
Thanks, Jack. Let's swing it over to Pierce.
All right. Hey everyone. My intentions today is to just kind of catch up on what's going on the comms team and try to find a place where I can contribute. Distractions today. I just have a long to-do list for today and tomorrow that is kind of hanging over my head right now. So just trying to focus in on this call for the time being and deal with that after. Hezitech, have you gone?
Hello everyone. This is my first time in comms call, so I just want to meet everybody here. I'm generally work with Ashley for the community, so we thought that coming here and saying hi to everybody could be a great idea. I will be there, so if anything I can help, please let me know. Who wants to go next?
I think everyone has gone. Has anyone not gone? I'm pretty sure everyone is gone. Great. Cool. Thanks everyone for your check-ins. Picking up from the things that I heard in your check-ins, I mean, well, we've got the ETH Denver content stuff from, I think Ahmad put this on the agenda that we can talk about. And then I also remembered that we need to discuss briefly Gitcoin grants round 13. And just a general observation, like the majority of our comms team the comms call right now is like people who just want to jump in, who are new contributors. So I think it would be awesome if we could kind of like spend some time and like maybe like Ashley and Ahmad and Forrest and Suga and Jay who've been here slightly longer. We can also talk about some of the different things that we could potentially pass off. Maybe things that like you're working on that you think would be great for a new contributor that would help like lighten your bandwidth. So I think like a little bit of this kind of like issue transfer would be useful. But we can let's start with this ETH Denver content recap stuff. And then we'll move through the agenda and then go through the board and then do that. So Ahmad, I'm assuming this was you, right?
Yeah, I just thought that we should compile everything that we want to highlight as a recap from ETH Denver and then basically put it into those different content pieces, whether that's a blog post, video, newsletter, or like a Twitter thread. So I think that you already mentioned some of these on GitHub in the February issue of the newsletter. So like there were some that you mentioned earlier, so I could just compile all of those, and then if anyone wants to add anything after that, they can add to it.
Yeah, so actually Suga worked really hard on this Giveth and ETH Denver blog post, which is in Medium and ready to publish. I just haven't gone through and like
nice.
done minor tweaks. So it's actually like it's really great, and she went through and she watched like all of the talks and panels and she did like summaries of things. So the blog post is like ready to queue up. What we could do after this is like make a nice tweet thread about like some of the major key points, which I think would be awesome too. And then, yeah, promo videos. I think another good thing to do would be like these. You know, I love the snippet videos from the talks where it like highlights one quote. And Suga, you've been working on some of that already, right? Do you want to just like let us know what you're already doing?
Right. So I was going to, I haven't had a chance yet because I was working on that article for so long, but I want to, well, the plan was to send over some of those sound bites to Ahmad, and then maybe that's a good moment to, but maybe, there's somebody else also who could help with that. But as you mentioned last week, since I had been watching everything numerous times, I do have written, not even just written summaries, but what do you call, where I'm breaking down the videos minute by minute, basically. So I'll be able to share that, which I just haven't done yet. And then I mentioned to you earlier today, Lauren, that there's also a new podcast, and I think there'll be some good promo video material from that too. And I'm supposed to sync with Alex of the Crypto Philanthropy Club on that later today. And all of that I can shoot over to Ahmad, or I'll just put it in the. I think we have a ZenHub issue for that. I don't know the number. I'll check.
Cool. Do you think for the sound bites, have you gotten started on doing a lot of that already, or is that something that maybe you want to we could ask a couple of new people? They could watch each of these talks, each one could have one, and then they could pick their favorite sound bite. Oh, you keep half muting and muting.
Crap! I did press mute and unmute. And, whoops. Okay. Yeah. No. Totally. I didn't. I'm not deep in it. It's just that I've seen it all and I've taken a lot of notes. So I would be happy to share that and get it moving along for sure.
Yeah, that would be great. Because I know Elizabeth and Pierce were both DMing me and asking for things to do. So maybe this would be great for you. Would you want to coordinate with them and pass one to each? If you guys are willing. Yeah, Elizabeth and Pierce. Yeah.
That sounds good for me.
Cool. That would be great. So maybe Suga, could you coordinate with them and pass them each one of the talks and then your notes, and they could find their favorite sound bite and then just send that over to Ahmad.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yay! That would be awesome. And then something else that would be really helpful for that is whichever Elizabeth and Pierce, if you guys can send me your GitHub handles, I can add you to our GitHub, because it would be great to have an issue for these and then have you assigned, so then there's somewhere you communicate about it. The way that we do our comms and comms is we use the Giveth planning board, which is if you have the ZenHub extension installed in GitHub, it's it makes this repo, the Giveth planning repo, look like Trello. And so we can create an issue in here, and then you can comment on that and tag people, and that will really help for a review.
You can pull up that issue or share that issue with, as soon as we get the handles, but just if you're getting the handles, it's 552.
Oh, cool. This is the issue for the sound bites?
Yeah, just a general, it doesn't have much in it.
Yeah, video sound bites from East Denver. Okay, cool. Nice. So I guess the coordination can all happen in this issue. So I'll just DM it to both of you now, and and then Suga, if you want to just pass one talk to each of them, the one one that makes sense for you, that you're oh, I could pass this one, the one you've done the least work on, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll share those links.
Yay! Awesome. Okay, so back to East Denver in general. Blog posts will be ready. So the written summaries that you're working on, Suga, what do you think we should do with these? Do you think we should have I don't know, because I think it would be great to have them available for people. Maybe we could put them as captions on the YouTube videos.
Boy. There we go. No, I any ideas? I mean, I was just I was stenographer, a court reporter, just typing away.
I think though, for the captions, there's easier solution. Some of the software that I use, it automatically gets the caption out. So I don't think that we need to do that manually. It's super easy nowadays just to get subtitles from any video.
But the idea is not subtitles, but she's written kind of summaries of what the talk is about. Okay. And then how YouTube, it has the video
like a chapter,
description.
or like a chapter kind of
description.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cool.
I should do that.
Yeah, I mean, how far are you? Like, are they nice summaries that you'd want to have as like the video descriptions? Because it would be really cool to be able to add them. But I don't want you to do a bunch of work on this if it's not already. Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh no, I think with what I have, we can do that.
Cool. Great. Talk, video, summaries. So to be posted as. I just am going to create this issue here so that we don't lose track of it, and then whenever they're ready, Suga, you could just put the Google Doc in the issue, and I can add them to YouTube.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. Okay. And then so, promo video. Is this still the sound bites, Ahmad, regarding?
Yeah, I think it's the soundbite. I think, yeah, like it makes sense if we make like a few of those soundbite videos and just use those as promo videos.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. So I think the best videos to do for that, maybe Suga, I'll just like tell you. I think the ones you highlighted in the talk here, like Willie's talk, then Griff's 2 talks, and this one panel, this public goods are good panel, those would be like really good ones to get sound bites from. And we could also do this interview.
Okay, so not just Griff then. It's like, I guess I was focused on that. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
But give one of them, like give 1 or 2 of them. I think like Elizabeth and Pierce are like raring to go with this stuff. So just whichever one you didn't do already, be like, hey, found a good soundbite. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that honestly, that interview one with you, the iUSA Radio is really great. I mean, they're all great, but something about that one-on-one aspect made it much more clear. And anyway.
Nice. Oh, cool. Okay. That's nice. Yeah, I think also for these ones, so Elizabeth and Pierce, since you're going to be working on these sound bites, like just to describe the mission more, like the task is like just listen to the whole video and then find the things that are like the most impactful or like relevant to Giveth. So if you're listening to a panel and there's a bunch of people talking, like find the time when I'm talking and talking about Giveth, you know, and it's like when it's like it has like a powerful message and it's like, how long should the sound bites be, Ahmad?
Yeah, I mean, anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds, I would say, is the ideal length.
Perfect. So sound bites, 10 to 30 seconds, highlighting Giveth core messages, yeah. Yeah, and then, you know, actually, Elizabeth, you speak great Spanish, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's my native language.
That's great. Maybe I can give you the talk that I gave at the Taoist, which is in Spanish, and you can pick the soundbite in Spanish. Would be great as well. Cool. So that's not East Denver, but it would be really valuable. These like soundbite things and these little videos, like the last time we did one for one of Griff's podcasts, it just like got so many likes and retweets because it's like people can see the words moving. It's like eye-catching, and I think it also like appeals to the Twitter algorithm when you have like an uploaded video instead of like an embedded link that sends people away. Cool. So I'll also send the Giveth Taoist podcast to
well, not totally unrelated, but what you just said reminded me that I forgot to take the gifts out of Mitch's wackiness. So, do you want to do that? Because now that it's already on your side, or should I? I think I can still edit, right?
Yeah, you can still edit, and I can edit too. But Griff has a really nice like GIF
forgot.
maker app, so maybe I could just ask him to make it.
Cool.
It might be.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, those are funny.
No worries. Awesome. Okay. And then, so that's promo videos, blog post, March newsletter.
Yeah, I think that one we can wait. I mean, because we still have a couple of weeks, but I'll start preparing it with the content that we have from ETH Denver. So I'll just start with a draft, and then yeah, I'll probably send it out in the last week of March anyway. So we still have time for that, but I'll start preparing it this week.
Nice. Cool. That's great. I think we should also include the stuff from the Taoist. There's a lot less at the Taoist that we did, but we were at the Taoist. Giveth gave a talk. I was on a panel talking about Giveth, and also Griff gave a talk, but it wasn't really a Giveth talk. It was more of like a Common Stack Token Engineering Commons talk, but I'll put all of those links in this issues as well. Should include info from Taoist CDMX. Great. Cool. And then Twitter thread. So it would be really cool to do a Twitter thread, and I think something that could be done is that someone could take Suga's article and make it into a Twitter thread with like some of the key talks or key messages. Either Suga, if you need more work, you could do that, or this could be something that anyone else could do, because it's like all the information would be in that one blog post.
I can help with that.
Cool. That would be great, Jay. So I'll create an
I
issue.
can also help that. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack can probably help as well. Yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, maybe we can make like a mega thread or something with all of the talks that we gave, basically. And maybe when we have those sound clip videos, we could just use those and make like a mega thread, maybe.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That sounds like. I have a question. So Jack, since you're doing all this Twitter analytics stuff, do you think that's a good idea? I'm like, is that too overwhelming? People won't look at all the talks because there's too much in it. Sometimes I feel like when I make a thread, people only look at the first tweet and all the other ones get lost. So I'd love your opinion on that, Jack. What do you think?
You're saying opinion on using sound clips like throughout the thread?
No, the opinion on making a Twitter thread that includes like 10 talks, all with videos.
I don't think that's a bad idea. Well, I don't think people will be overwhelmed. I think if anything, it'll just be a great place for them to have a bunch of information that's relevant, and if not, they probably just weren't going to look at it anyway.
Cool. Okay. Well, this would be, I think probably you would be best for this since you're doing all the Twitter stuff. Are you down to turn Suga's blog post into a Twitter thread, and then when all the videos come in, make sure that they all make sense and try to make ETH Denver a cohesive story as a Twitter thread?
Yeah, definitely. I could do that.
Nice. I don't know. What is your GitHub, Jack? Is it also R to... No.
It's JFB the II. I shared it with the mod.
JFB.
Oh, I don't think he's
on
the Giveth one yet. We need to add him on the Giveth one.
Okay, cool. So everyone who's not in our GitHub already, DM me your handles now or very soon. And then when I get all your DMs after this call, I'll like sort it out and make sure that you're on the board. In the meantime, I'll just send that issue to you, Jack. And so, great. And if you need any support from it, Jay was also saying he's willing to do it. So you could lean on him for some support. But if not, then I think we'll find you something else to do as well, Jay. Cool. So, okay. Awesome. Anything else regarding ETH Denver content or sorting this out? Okay, great. So Gitcoin Grants round 13, I wanted to add this on here because Suga's been working on this issue. Basically, okay, I wanted to give context to everybody about Gitcoin Grants. so that everybody in comms is on the same page. Like normally when Gitcoin grants rounds come around, we spend a lot of time, or we put effort into like reaching out in other Discords and publishing our grants and then tweeting about it and making lots of memes. But I'm not sure entirely, but I think the fact that we have a token economy now since December, which is like, you know, the last Gitcoin grants round, we didn't have our token economy, and now we do. That might disqualify us actually from getting matching. So I don't want to, I mean, if we get disqualified, then like that's cool, but I think we should still activate our grants, but not put as much effort into doing the shilling on it. So Suga updated both of our listings, but with regards to Gitcoin grants, I think the central message that we should be putting forward is the fact that we have the Gitcoin grants matching pool on Giveth, which is a project, and it's a verified project. So people can donate to the Gitcoin grants matching pool via Giveth and get givebacks. So it's like you could donate to it directly and get nothing, or you could donate to it on Giveth and get givebacks, and then those funds are used like for matching funds. So I think like it would be really awesome if, as Giveth, like our focal point was advertising different projects, like open source projects that are like partner projects who don't have token economies that actually need support, and then also the fact that we have this grants matching pool instead of necessarily just shilling our grants so much. So Suga's updating both of our listings, and then I think like for any, like if we always need memes, and so if anyone wants to make memes, this is a really good like memeable thing. It's like you can donate to the Gitcoin grants matching pool on Giveth and get givebacks, and therefore fund open source, and the rounds are happening now. So like this is all the content that would be relevant to like be making good memes, and then if you make nice memes, then I can tweet them. That would be really great and helpful too. Okay, cool.
Are there any meme people in the house?
Lauren. Is there in the meme party?
Oh.
Yeah, we have a meme party, but it's a low engagement meme party that I think like nobody ever goes to. But we could try to make the meme parties happen if people want. I just, you know, I don't have the bandwidth to push another thing, so I'm like, meme party. I just make memes on my own. But if someone, actually, this is another thing. If someone wants to rally people together to make Giveth memes, we have a time scheduled after our community call, which is tomorrow. And it's on our calendar, and every week everyone gets a notification that it's happening. So like, it would really just require somebody to like champion the cause of making memes, which is always helpful.
Pretty fun. Like you can put the music bot on and have music playing in there, and just like talking to each other, making jokes while making memes. And keep in mind that during the community call, like if there is a group of people that plan to be there and be engaging, we can always call it out in the community call too, and try to get people to go from the community call over to the meme party. So that's an avenue sometimes of getting people. That's why we put it after the community call.
Yep. Yeah. So anyone who's in this, like, I want to do more stuff, memes, and it sounds funny, like memes. It sounds like, oh, memes, that can't be important, but it's actually like critically important for DAOs. Memes make all the world of difference. Okay, cool. So that's all we have. Like, that's major points on the agenda are like added after. So I think we can just move over to the Giveth planning board. For new contributors, as I mentioned, like this is where we kind of keep things. This is where we keep things organized. For Giveth comms, we use the Giveth planning repo and like the Zen Hub extension makes it look like this. So I'll just kind of like go through the issues, kind of going anything we need to talk about. Also, just like a note, like anyone can create an issue. So if there's like something someone asked you to do that's related to Giveth comms, make an issue in the Giveth planning board and like assign yourself, and then we can keep better track of it, which is really great. So we got Ethan summary blog post, which is like ready to be published. You don't need any help with that, right? I think it's almost done. We're done, right?
Yeah, I didn't do the shilling. And I didn't do the car yet.
No worries. The most important thing was really just updating the listings. So if you did that, then that's great. Edit Crypto Philanthropy Club podcast. Suga, if you haven't, do you have any questions that are here? I see you're assigned to like several.
Oh, no, don't accept. This might be a moment with the comms onboarding guide to talk about, since I haven't gotten to that in weeks now, maybe it's a good moment to pass that on to some other newer person. I mean, I think I did a good of the onboarding adventure, and then you wanted it to be more comm specific, which I did not do. Oh, I didn't even, okay, so there's comments and stuff. You know, it's like just a rough, I don't really know what the utility is of it, or if somebody else wants to take over.
Yeah, maybe this is something you could work on, Jay. Are you still here? Yeah, you are. So the comms. Yeah, this is like for our documentation, and I mean, like, as you see, we have a lot of people coming on and wanting to contribute to comms. So what we wanted to do is like make the onboarding journey easier. So we had a couple of like, it was started by Anne, who was starting as a new contributor, and then passed to Suga, who was starting, and it could be passed to you as well. And like, the idea is to like put all the content here that you learn as you get onboarded into comms, and stuff that I think it's still missing is stuff like I was just explaining that we use the Giveth planning board, that you need a Zen Hub extension in order to see things, how the issues get moved, and then like other notes like languaging and Suga started in this Google Doc here, and then Anne had also started a different doc as well, putting some helpful resources. So like basically the task is like to compile what Anne started and what Suga started and what you're learning as you get onboarded into Giveth Comms, and make it into a document so that like anyone new who comes in can read this and like, oh, know that they need to send their GitHub handle to this person, and know that they need to like add the Zen Hub extension, and that they need to get in Discord, and they need to like watch this channel and like all of the different things that that you're learning right now. And if you have any questions about it, you can totally ask. Are you down to take this on?
Yes, please mention me in the planning board and I'll help.
Cool. And also
I think that it's important to mention, just not to interrupt, but there's another issue about the like Giveth Basics guide. I think it might be like in the backlog or the icebox, but it looks like that document that Suga made, it seems to be more aligned with like that Giveth Basics doc and less about the like comms specific stuff. And maybe also put in there the example that Mitch made for development, just so that maybe Jahan can refer to that. Like, we want it to be comm specific and not development specific, but you could use this as a kind of an idea. Like, we want something like this, but instead of for development, for the comms team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's under DApps, developer guides, yeah, contributing. So we want to make this, but for comms.
Yeah.
Okay, can you just DM me this link? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do the issue.
Okay.
Something like this, but for comms. And then the Giveth Basics. Ah, damn, it's another issue.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Basics. Improve Giveth, so 432. Cool. Refer to.
Yeah, in this, so the end result will be 2 documents, right? Like the Giveth Basics one, and then like a comms contributors guide.
Okay. Okay. What Suga started would be great to add to this, but we still need something comm specific.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the basics document would be anybody that comes into Giveth, we can say this is, these are all the platforms we use, the different accounts and all of that stuff, and then the contributor or the comms one would be for people contributing to the comms team.
Yeah, and Anne did start this. If you look at the very first comment on the issue from Brody Ann, and she did start like putting helpful resources, and it's like, oh, you want to read the docs, which are here, look at the Medium, which is here, this is the archive of calls, our community calls, and so it's like, it's really cool what she started to put together, but I think the way that she put it together was like still just kind of like as she was gathering information and not necessarily in like the best way to give to someone else. So yeah, needs some work, needs some polishing.
Work on it.
Thanks so much. Wait, so I think I'll take you off of this issue, Suga, and we'll leave it with Jay. Cool. We've got the conflict resolution documentation. Any updates or anything you need for this for us? Oh, there's a Google Doc. Oh, it's ready for review. Or is it done? Is this ready to go up? Forrest?
Yeah, this is live on our Notion doc, and yeah, this is ready.
Cool. So this is also ready to go into like our docs, right?
Yeah.
So Jay,
Just FYI. Sorry.
Go ahead, Suga.
Graviton.
Oh, you're a Graviton too? That's cool. We could just put you in there. So Jay, I know that Mitch was gonna help support you to become. Are you saying you said you're a Graviton, right, Suga?
Yes, that's what I said.
I had to do the dog. Your mute unmute thing is like is the whole thing.
Today, what am I doing?
Okay, so Jay, I know that Mitch was saying he was gonna help support you to learn how to manage our documentation. Because we have all these things come up that it's like, we need to add this to the docs, it needs to go into the tree structure, it needs to like have a logical order, and that's stuff that Mitch has been doing a lot of, and he's like wanting to pass on. Were you able to meet with him yet?
Yeah, I had a chat with him last night, and I will give him a call later today as well about this. I'm still learning the VS Code thing, but yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, cool. So I'll tag you both in this issue and say this is ready to go up into the docs. So if you do have a meeting with him, maybe he could show you how he would add this into the tree structure, and you guys can use this documentation as like something to put up. First, could you mute? I hear a lot of noise. Thank you. Great. Cool. I'm working on the password management. I think about it all the time, and then this call comes around, and I'm like, oh no. Another thing, so actually this is something that I have assigned to me that I've like also not been getting around to, that I'd be happy to pass to somebody else. Yeah, here we go. This is what the issue is. The issue is that in our Giveth Medium, like the way that Medium works, which I only recently just learned, is that these headers come about when you add tags to your articles. So I thought adding tags to the articles was just like, so that when people are searching things, then it comes up more easily, etc. But actually it's like the way that things are organized. And right now, the headers don't really make sense for the content that we're producing, like common stack, DApp development, governance, communication, archive. Like archive is good. It would make sense like governance, like give economy, something else. But what we kind of need to do is create a system, like basically think of the best categories that we would want to have there at the top, and then decide on the best tags for that. So what this would require is like to have somebody go through the articles that we have featured on our Medium and just come up with like 5 different good tags to have them on, and then say which tags should be used for which article. Like, so it's like the give economy should be under the give economy tag, and then also like some other tag, you know, maybe, or maybe just one, you know. Yeah. Is there anyone who's looking for work who wants to do this? If not, it's not the highest priority issue, and it can also still hang out on the board until later.
I do have a comment on this, Lauren. I think that you could customize this menu manually, even if you don't change what the tags are. I think there's an option on Medium where you can add your own menu, and then, yeah, I mean, that could be independent from the tags.
Really?
I think it's just like how it's set up. I think how it's set up at the moment is like the menu or like the navigation bar, it's taking the tags automatically. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, at least when I did it earlier, there's a way to customize it. If you go back to the menu, to the drop down, wait, if you scroll up maybe, there was a section called navigation. Yeah, there on the right, navigation. I think there you can customize it. Yeah, so you can choose what shows up there.
Yeah, but it's like then it's like which tags. Yeah, so I could change the name of the tabs here, but it's like then the things that come up in it have to be like specific tags. So it's like what are the best tags?
No, but even like if you look at like the tab type in the middle, I think you can select. I mean, like it could just be like a link, or it could be a featured page, or like a tab about. I mean, like I think even that's customizable. I think. And then see on the bottom here. See on the bottom it says add a tab linking to a different site. So we could also link to other sections of Giveth also if we want to, like outside of Medium.
But it's like what do I put in contents? Like how do I, what is, you know, like how to tab select a feature page.
Yeah, I mean I think that we. Yeah, sorry. I mean I think that we still need to do what you say, where we like choose what are the main categories. I think that's still relevant, but I think that we could do it without changing all of the tags from the previous articles.
Oh, cool. All right. I guess I just need to dig around in Medium more, or someone needs to dig around in Medium some more. Right. Okay. This sounds like something that I still need to do. I'll do it.
I mean, someone could take it on if they want to look at the categories and figure out like the best way to organize them. I mean, because like regardless of it, if it's a tag or not, we still. I mean, I think that we still like need to figure out what are the main categories that we want to link. So if anyone has some time to work on that. Any volunteers for that?
Yep.
I'd be happy to take it on, but I just have a full schedule of the other two documents that I'm working on until probably the next week Wednesday or the week after. But I'm happy to take it on after that if it's okay, if it's not a high priority.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I made this issue on January 14th. And I still haven't done it.
Yeah, so I'm happy to do that. If it's if we can pick it up in 2 weeks, then that'll be good.
That would be great. Cool. So Sim, we're willing to take this on in 2 weeks. That would be super great. Thanks so much, Sim. And if you have any questions, I'm totally here to answer them. And I think it's kind of the nice thing about this issue is it gives you an opportunity to kind of like pour through some of the content that we've been creating and producing, and then I think that like also helps to get like a little bit more of like orientation into kind of the greater Giveth messaging.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Thanks so much. Awesome. So those are our sprint backlog issues. Let's see if there's anything in here that we need to pick up. Update Giveth finances. That's sort of a complicated issue. Email donors and project owners about Giveth matching pool. I guess we kind of already did this because it was in our newsletters. But do you think? No, I think we should email people about it. I think that it would be good to tell our donors, donors that they can donate to this and get givebacks, and then the projects to know that like eventually matching funds will be distributed and that they have like a chance now to kind of like weigh in on how they should be while we still decide.
I think it could be also like an incentive to get verified, right? You know?
Totally.
So I think it's good to send out the comms. but also I can send out the emails if somebody else writes them. I don't have the space to write them.
Okay. Does anyone want to learn about the Giveth matching pool and write emails?
And as long as you give me something, I can review it and kind of tweak it to what it needs to be before I send it out, but yeah.
I can look into it as long as it's not something that needs immediate attention.
Yeah, for
because I'm
sure.
preoccupied with a lot
It
of
would be
stuff.
great if you could look into it. This is a great issue for you to take on too because it's a little bit more technical. It requires technical understanding of how the matching pool will work and all these different things. So I think you might have fun with it as well, Jay.
I think Suga and I can collaborate on this.
Yeah, Suga did already start writing the documentation for it, so yeah, I'm sure she'd be able to help. Cool. Yeah. Are there any other issues? And we've got Meet the Makers. Are we still planning to do another Meet the Makers in 2 weeks?
The calendar.
Yeah, I have it on the calendar, but I think maybe just the first week of April. I don't think it has to be specifically on the first. I haven't heard back from all of the projects yet that we were doing that theme. I'm sorry, it's so loud over here. I haven't heard back from all of the projects
scheduled for the
yet.
22nd.
And last month on the 22nd, and then we pushed it up to the 1st. We kept moving things, so I think we can push it back till the first week of April.
Okay, so I can just change these to the April, okay, for April. And do we need like a generic issue for kind of like, or should I guess I should make it epic. Oh, there is an epic already for this.
Can you just like duplicate? I don't know if it's something that's possible, but if you can just duplicate the same content from the epic of the last Meet the Makers, because we're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, totally. Okay, I'll just make a note. So, Lauren to organize issues for April Meet the Makers. And then I guess we still have a little bit of time, so we should have like a cutoff deadline. Do we already know which projects are going to be included in the call?
We already selected the ones that have applied and are in the tech theme. And I messaged them all just before the last Meet the Makers to confirm their availability, and I haven't gotten back. They haven't all gotten back with me, so I can do a follow-up again this week. And Ashley, Jesus, it's so loud here. Ashley, that Meet the Makers Typeform spreadsheet that we have, is that automatically populating from the Typeform, or did you copy and paste the responses and dump them in there?
I believe it's auto-populating from the Typeform.
Okay, cool. So
you can easily check by looking at the results tab in the Typeform account and just comparing it to the spreadsheet, but I think it should be auto-populating.
Yeah, you just sent me the login. So I'll do that and just see if we got any other, since we plugged it at the kickoff one, I'll just see if we have any other people that have applied that fit that theme. And otherwise, yeah, just follow up with the people that I've already been communicating with and make sure they're all available.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks, Forrest. I took some notes on that, so I'll try to organize the issue as well, and if you follow up with the people that sounds great for at least this week. And then are you still planning to write the blog post for it, or did you already make one for those ones?
It's not complete, but I already started the draft, and once I have confirmation for the last few projects, I'll write the blurbs for them.
Perfect.
And if anybody else is interested from comms in being a part of Meet the Makers, please DM me, and yeah, we can divide and conquer.
Yeah, so anyone who's new, Meet the Makers is a series where we want donors to be able to meet the makers of different awesome projects on Giveth. So we had our first call in February, and we had the projects come and present their projects, and Forrest was facilitating, and in between, Griff was explaining some things about Giveth and the give economy and how givebacks work. So it's sort of an opportunity to get to know different projects on Giveth, and a way for us to like also support those projects by spotlighting them. And Forrest wrote a blog post, and we had a tweet thread explaining them. It's just kind of like, it's like our project spotlight leveled up. Yeah, cool. So
I just want to confirm on that. What should I do with the calendar event that exists?
I think just delete it until we confirm the date.
Okay, will do.
Thanks, Ashley. Cool. So I see that this I think is becoming a pressing thing, right? We need to communicate the mandatory updates to verified project owners. When are we implementing this, Ashley?
This has become a way bigger scope than I originally thought. So I'm working on like a spec document, because we're going to need things from the devs, from design, from comms, and across different teams. So I'm going to make like a requirement document for each team before a checklist of everything that we need to have ready before we actually implement it.
Okay.
So I'll put a link to that in here once I have it ready.
Cool. So maybe I should change the name of this issue to be like updates, mandatory updates to verified projects spec.
Yeah, or just because this is just I'm just gonna try to keep the communications parts in this issue, because there's issues for the dev parts and there will be issues for the design part. So I think we can just, at least if you put in there like mandatory update communications maybe or something, or I don't know that we need to change the title. I think that's fine.
Okay, cool. I just added a comment.
Cool, thanks.
Cool. Well, we already talked about this. Facebook and LinkedIn, social media. Oh no, the Livestream blog post is getting important. Okay, I think there's not too much else that we need to highlight in the backlog here. If anyone's interested in getting involved in the video mini course, we're creating a video mini course where we're explaining like the value of donating in crypto, the value of raising funds in crypto, how the give economy works, how to set up a wallet, how to fund a wallet, et cetera, et cetera. So we're creating a video series about this, but we have a meeting about that on Mondays. So if you're interested in coming to that meeting, reach out to me or to Ahmad, and we can just send you the calendar invite. Or it's on the Giveth calendar, so you can always add the Giveth calendar and follow all the meetings on there. So that's all of these video mini course things. Let's see. Advertising guide. Okay. Email donors to inform the Meet the Makers, show notes from Unstable. Oh, Jay, how's this been coming? Have you been able to create the show notes for the Unstable podcast, or like the?
Unfortunately, no, because my laptop was broken, so I had to get it repaired. But yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, cool. I guess this is covered in the community calls. Investigate listing and marketing inquiries. I think this is what Sim was working on, right? Were you still looking for feedback on this?
Yes, I got feedback, and it was just it's actually Jay and I and Filiberto who are working on that. So there's just some objectives that I've got here that we need to get through in this next week, so we can give feedback on it. But it's basically connected to that last comment that Ashley gave, which was just sorting the guys that have said that they would like to promote our token, and just sorting through those and understanding what's going to be a good fit, and then reaching out. There's already a template that we've worked on for that reach out mail, and Jay with his copywriting skills is going to tweak it and make it much better, and then we'll be able to send it out once we know who we're going to chat to on that. So that's just one of my action points.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. So I guess just like whenever you need any review on that, just leave a comment in there, and you can always tag me, tag Ashley, tag Mitch, and tag anybody else who wants to review it.
Yeah. In the GitHub issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. See, like I'm at Lauren, Ashley's at Wild Wander, bitches at Divine Communion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then I've tagged you, Jay.
Yeah, and Jay.
I've tagged him. Perfect.
This is actually done, so I think I can just close this issue. This is done too. FYI, I submitted a Giveth as an impact DAO. Gitcoin is doing some kind of like compilation of DAOs that are actually like creating a positive impact, so I added us to that. Search engine optimization.
Ahmad and I have a meeting tomorrow about this. It's still a work in process, so yeah, we'll get this done soon.
Okay, cool.
We did leave some comments on the V2 though on that. So like on like the homepage and the project page, we gave them some comments that we think would improve our ranking on those pages. So yeah, we started it already.
Nice. That's great. That's so great. Thanks so much. And then Jay, just an FYI, since you're new, since you're still new, to when you're working on an issue, it really helps to move it into the in progress section. So it's like you can either do it from moving it from here, like you can change the pipeline here and move it to in progress, and also, or you could just like click and drag things. So, oh, my mouse is being weird, but it's like you can move things across and you could put them in like a different column.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Cool. Blog posts on regen farms. I was thinking of adding that to the Livestream, but that's like, we don't have to do that yet. Email blog post to invite your project to Giveth. Oh, wow. Our launch anniversary is coming up on the 24th. That's pretty cool. Giveth.io launched on March 24th, 2021. So that would definitely be something that we could at least make a nice tweet about, or like a little tweet thread about. Yeah. Hey, Jack, how's your bandwidth? Do you want to work on another tweet thread? I can't hear you, but I saw you unmuted. Okay, well, I can't hear you. Wait, does anyone else hear Jack?
No.
No.
We see you unmute, but we don't hear any words. I'll tag you on the issue, or I'll send it to you, and then we could just discuss it. And if you have time, we can discuss it a little further. We have our sync call later today, so we can do it then. And if not, I'll put together like a more simple tweet thread, but I'm sure like it could be awesome. We could make a great tweet thread for this. Cool. Ethan talk video summaries, Twitter thread, mega thread. Great. Okay, I think that this is pretty much everything on the board, and we are just 1 minute away from the top of the hour. So in this 1 minute, just wondering if there's any other questions or issues or things that we didn't bring up. Nice. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, kind of. Sort of.
I can also work on the Twitter thread, yes. That's all I was trying to say.
Great. Cool. Well, I think I DM'd it to you, and let's talk about it in our meeting, and we can talk a little bit more about what it could include.
That sounds good.
So, thanks, everybody, for joining the meeting. If you guys have any questions at any point, always feel free to, you could DM me, or you can tag in the comms channel at Comstars, or you could tag me at Lauren, or whoever relevant person. Yeah, it is nice to use the comms channel, because then people, like, everybody can see the things that are happening. So use the comms channel where possible, or DMs if nobody's looking at the comms channel. Thank you for coming to this call. Super happy to have you all here, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Lauren.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.